Good morning, you renegade yogis. Love you guys. All right, so first fast story that my daughter's doing school from home, and she's on mute so no one can hear her, so she can talk out loud. And she's supposed to be learning this like science stuff, gravity, and it's like she's talking back to the screen like, oh, how sad for you that you don't know that. Like, how old are you that you don't know that when you put a ball on the slide, it's not going to go down? Oh, she cracks me up. My daughter's so funny. At some point, I'm going to do some kind of video to like people who are, you know, new moms or whatever, like never feel bad about, quote, staying home with your children. It's like, I infused my personality into my kids, and I had the best time during lockdown. I love having my kids home with me. They have my personality and not a daycare provider's personality. But anyway, I know some people have to do it, so I'll take the time to like thoughtfully choose my words. But for now, my daughter's so good. My son's so funny too. I have so much fun with him. All right, so today, Course in Miracles, it's talking about God's plan for my salvation is the only plan that's going to work. Today's day 71. So only God's plan for salvation will work. Because the other plan for salvation is my ego's plan. I just started talking about writing scripts. How I'm like reading out of the book and then overlaying this stuff. This is the way I've said it in the past. So it's laying the foundation. It's laying all these things on top of each other that all go together. You know, fight mind. I say fight mind, but Course in Miracles calls it attack thoughts, which I love that. And now today, 71, the my little I ego mind is I say that, and then A Course in Miracles is talking about how the ego's plan for salvation always involves other people having to change, and not you, not me. You know, my ego's like, your ego thinks that you're the best thing, and everyone else should change around you because you're the one that knows. And so people wonder, like, why are all these like healers acting like conservatives? And we're not acting like conservatives. We're acting like grounded, free, individual, sovereign human beings. Not all of us. Some healers are, you know, marching and thinking that they can, you know, that they're right and the narrative is right and everybody should wear this thing or take this other thing. And then they're calling us anti this. It's like, no. You can wear 1,000 masks. You know, I will help you carry your groceries to the car if you can't, you know, see them over your masks. If you want to like wear 4,000 masks and you can't get your groceries to your car, I will help you carry your groceries to your car if your free will choice is to wear 4,000 masks and you can't see. I will help you. I will support your free will choice to wear 10,000 masks and take up 2 parking spaces because you're just covered in masks. You know, I support that. If that's your free will choice, I absolutely 1,000,000%. It doesn't make me anti-mask just because I don't want to wear one. Because my freedom, I want my freedom respected. You have the freedom to wear 80,000 masks, and I will do my best to support you, you know, in and around the leftover time, energy, money that I've got. You know, I will support your choice, and I will always respect your free will choice. But it's a freedom issue. It's not, it's the forcing that we don't like. That's what we're bucking. We're bucking the forcing. Don't force me to put 72 ingredients, you know, including aborted fetal tissue and aluminum and formaldehyde. I don't want it. We don't want this. It's not we're not anti-vax, we're not anti-mask, we're not anti-anything. We're anti-mandate. We're anti-forced. We're anti-having some situation where anybody, especially the government, saying you can open your business like they're doing in Israel. You can only open your business. You can only go to the movies. You can only do this. You can only do that. If you take this thing, if you put this thing into your system, into your one body, you get one body. You get one. That's why experimental makes people go, oh, do I want to be an experiment? If you want to be an experiment, go right ahead. Most, they're lumping in anti-forced. I made a video about this more than a year ago. We're anti-forced things. If people want to take 4,000 of those shots, we don't. Go right ahead. If you want to be an experiment, go right ahead. Just don't force us. I almost left Twitter today because I was like, what is with all these people? It's just like so fightersons about this thing. And it's like, why? I'm not fighting you about putting it in you. Why are you fighting me about not putting in me? You know? I feel like it's worse than rape because at some point rape ends, you know? And at some point, whatever's put into you because of rape comes out. But this is not that. It's like, it's worse. This is worse. Some of us have looked into what's mRNA. What is it? And some of us have looked at, did the FDA approve it? You know, it's like, some people are doing research and some people aren't. And that's fine. If you don't want to do research and you just want a science exclamation point, go right ahead. It's about freedom for us. It's just about freedom. It's nothing but freedom. We understand why so many people in the world want to come to the United States of America. And we don't want the United States of America to become like countries that people want to leave to come to the United States of America. I mean, it's very simple. It's all common sense. It doesn't make us right-wing. It doesn't make us conservative. God, I'm not even on the political spectrum at all. It's just common sense. It's getting a little thick now, you know. The programming is getting so thick now that these people, the science exclamation points people, you know, calling everybody anti-mask. We're not anti. We're not anti-anything. We're anti-forced. We're pro-freedom. So there, just another spectrum just created out of thin air by the manipulators every single time. It's created by the manipulators every single time. So, had a lovely Renegade Yogi share after today's, well, maybe during, that they wanted their son to visit as soon as everything's cleared up, right? Everything's over, and you know they're separated by lots and lots of distance, and the son wants to go all around the world, you know, go to visit a couple places in the world. So this Renegade Yogi bravely shared that she's writing a script for her son to come visit, and was a little, you know, sad, whatever, because the son was choosing not to come hug his mother, and instead choosing to go. But, you know, children who take their mothers for granted, it usually means that you're a good mother. Like, it usually means that you were very, not always obviously, but it usually means that you were a little selfless. They just take it for granted that you're always going to be there, or whatever. Okay, so there could be that, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's just a tangent. So this person said, I was sad, and now I realize I was writing a script. And I said, you know, you lost your daughter. It's only natural and normal that you would want to see and hug your child that you still have. because this lockdown stuff created more loss because you've already experienced loss, and so you want to help yourself. It's like a need to see and hold your child. Okay, so totally normal. I was proud of her for seeing it and saying, you know, now she's not going to say anything or whatever. Not that she's not going to say anything. All right, anyway, I ended up sharing this story, and I want to share it now because it's going to become part of the repertoire, part of the Renegade Yogi repertoire. So, when I was little, kindergarten or before, we had this black cat, and I named him JB because I had a crush on a kid named BJ that my dad used to ride dirt bikes with. So my childhood, my dad got a dirt bike, and they used to fix their dirt bikes, and they used to race dirt bikes. So our weekends that he was home, not flying, not working, so he was gone most of the time, we got this nasty old van. It was awesome, with a mattress in the back and all these old blankets, and we go to the races for the weekend. So, you know, the grown-ups would put us to bed in the van, or however anybody else was sleeping, and then they'd get loaded. And so we didn't know we didn't really understand what was happening, but we just knew that the parents got silly at night. We'd look through the windows and we'd stay up. I'd watch them, and I thought they were so fun. I was like, wow, I wish they were fun like this when we were awake, you know? They're so fun when they think we're sleeping. Look how fun they are when they think we're asleep, and they're just mean when we're awake. Anyway, there was a young guy that used to ride with them, BJ, so I named this black cat JB, and I didn't tell anybody. So, JB, big black cat, I used to like to dress him in doll's clothes. I didn't like it, so he would scratch me. So my mom would say, stop dressing JB. So I started doing it in a place where she couldn't see me. So I would hide the clothes, and I would take JB, and I'd go outside, and I would hide and try and dress JB. And I knew I wasn't supposed to do it, so I would try not to get scratched, because every scratch, she knew what I was doing. So I had these white bloomers. I didn't like dolls, but people would give me dolls because I was a girl, but I didn't like dolls at all. I only liked stuffed animals. And my daughter ended up being the same way. She's got like all these bunnies, no dolls. So I'm gonna try to give her a doll, and she goes, oh, thanks. And I go, you don't like it? She goes, no. It's like, man, I never was that brave, you know, to say that I didn't like something. But I watched her. It was just so funny. So I took all the dolls' clothes off, the dolls people gave me, so they were all naked. And then I didn't play with them. And then I was dressing JB, because I don't know, I'd like to see him in clothes. So I had a coat, little doll coat, and these white bloomers I put on JB. And man, I still remember, like, my mission was to get the pants and the coat on and look at it as long as I could. Not because I was trying to hurt him, and not because I didn't understand. Well, I guess I did understand that he didn't like it. But so my mom would see me all cut up, and she'd be like, you put the clothes on JB again, didn't you? And I'm like, yep. And she's like, stop playing like that. Or no, she says, stop, he doesn't like it. I said, but that's how we play. That's how we play. And she's like, but he doesn't, that's not how he wants to play. I go, Mom, he gets them off. Because, like, I would stick the clothes on, and I was really successful very rarely to get both items of clothing on. And then I would watch him. I'd watch him trying to get them off. Like, shake his little hands. Oh my God. And like, I'd be ducking, bobbing and weaving, you know, ducking his like long claws. I think deep down, you know, I think that when I was little, I thought deep down, I think he likes playing. I think he's getting something out of this because his life's so boring if I'm not playing with him. So I do think that there was a little part of me that was like, you know, he's enjoying this. You know, he's enjoying this like short disruption in his day. And so my mom's like, look, you're covered in scratches. I'm like, it's totally worth it. And oh, I still remember getting whacked by his claws. And I just could take it. My mind was just set. My mind was focused and set on getting those bloomers on him in that coat. So I ended up telling this brave renegade yogi who shared this little story about JB and dressing him up in doll clothes, and said, hopefully you remember this story whenever you feel like you're trying to hug your son. You just want to hug him and you just want to see him, and he wants to travel the world. I didn't say it like that exactly, but I'm telling it like this now. So whenever you want to see him or hug him, you know, it's just love. It's really just love. People are loving each other by trying to tell them, like, look into mRNA and look at all these deaths, you know, like what, over 12,000 deaths and over 25,000 different injuries now. You know, these people are still like, science, exclamation point. Just take it. It's like, so, like, you're just watching CNN and you're not, like, looking anywhere else at any statistics. Marvelous Marvin now gone. You know, Hank Aaron gone. The nurse Tiffany gone. And then all these doctors that are saying, we have cures. I've cured 100% of the people I've treated like this. You don't need a X for something that someone's, you know, got a cure for. All right, so some of us are like, what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. Just stop taking down the doctors that keep saying that they've cured, 100% of their patients are cured. And they're, you know, it's like some of us are seeing this. I understand that not everybody's seeing it, but some of us are seeing it. And I know that I can't get upset by anybody who's just screaming science exclamation point in my face. And they don't know 12,000 people died and over 25,000 have been injured. They don't know. They don't know. And it's, I mean, you could argue whether it's their fault or not, but that's a total waste of my time and energy to have that debate. But people who want to take it, science exclamation point, they want people to take it because they think it's the right thing to do, and they think they're showing love, showing respect for the masses. Like, we all need to put this shit in us so that we all, it's like, and then the other people on the other side are like, dude, look what it does. It's messenger RNA. Messenger, it sends a message. It gives new blueprints to make something different that your body's doing. It changes your DNA, messenger RNA, and the whole thing with, you know, psychotic kill hates, like, so excited and injecting, and it unzips and it doesn't, and he's explaining messenger RNA, and it freaked a bunch of people out when we were looking at it, and so now that's gone. You can't find it on the internet anywhere. I'm sure somebody's archived it, but I didn't, so don't kill me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have it. I'm just talking about this stuff in a very basic, generic way because I'm just tired of the fighting. You know, but it is love on both sides. I love you. Just take it so we can all get back to normal. Yeah, we can all fly again, and we can all open our businesses again, and we can all do this again. It's like, you don't see that that's bullshit? Like, that we have constitutional rights, we have freedoms and liberties guaranteed by the Creator, and you want me to put some shit in myself just so that you can get, because you think you're going to get back to normal? What the hell? Do you not see how the rules keep changing? And it was masks early, you know, it was one thing one day, and now it's a whole new thing today, and now there's another one of those new things tomorrow, and then there'll be more. And it's like, you keep saying okay to these mandates and you keep, you know, filing down the corridor, you know, like sheep, you know, and then you call all the people who do their research conspiracy theorists. I guess it's a theory until it's completely proven, but every time they take down another doctor, and every time they go after, like, the Q movement or anything like that, it just lends credibility. They're lending credibility by their actions. They look nuts. They're not allowing. Sarah Silverman just left the Democratic Party. Whoever saw that coming? She's tired of cancel culture. She disavowed both parties. But I mean, I'm sure she disavowed the Republican Party a long time ago. I'm not even on the political spectrum. It's just common sense and freedom. That's all it is. It's grounded people. We see this shit, like, now, in order to get your freedom back, oh my God, the most beautiful red-tailed hawk. What a gift. I must be doing the right thing by bitching. No, I'm not, I guess I'm bitching. Let's call it pointing out common sense. Let's call it that. All right. So, I don't want to take somebody's freedom. And my little renegade yogi, she doesn't want to take her son's freedom. She just wants to love him. She just wants to hug him and hold him, put her hands on him, give him a kiss on the cheek, maybe, you know, do his laundry, maybe, you know, make his favorite dinner, you know, see him sitting there physically in her home again. You know what I mean? Like, that's all she wants. But she doesn't want to infringe on his freedom. She doesn't want to infringe on her son's beautiful freedom to travel the world. She just wants him. She just wants him to... She wants to let him love her. You know? And that's what all these people on the pro-shot and anti-shot, anti-force shot... I guess there are people who are anti-vax, but I'm not one of those people. People can take... You can take all mine. Take all my shots. I'm not anti-shot. You can have all those that you want. I don't even mind that you're taking, you know, billions of my tax dollars to run these experiments. You know, a lot of us don't, we're like that cool. We're that cool that we're like, if you guys want to spend our billions on 10 million on a Pakistani gender studies program and 35 million for the Kennedy Arts Center and billions and billions of dollars on this experimental injectable Molotov cocktail that is not FDA approved, and all these people want to slap their veins. My relatives, they can't wait to take it. We're like pretty cool. I think we're pretty cool. We're just anti-force. I think we're cool. I'm allowing, you know, I'm not, everybody but my dad. My dad is not allowed. Okay. So just for what it's worth, people are just trying to love each other. That's what it is. And it looks insane. And it looks like fighting. It is fighting. It is fighting. Anyway, you know, just the new expression is going to be putting clothes on JB. If you want to put clothes on JB, you know, just know, JB doesn't want to play that way, you know. JB doesn't want to have clothes put on him. All right, don't worry about my eyes. I get emotional sometimes with Course in Miracles. Don't worry about me. Just love me. But if I'm squirming to get out of your arms and I'm clawing you, you're loving me the wrong way. Okay, so don't put clothes on JB. Only God's plan works for salvation. All other plans will fail. If you try and put clothes on JB, he's going to scratch you because he doesn't want to play that way. All right, I love you guys. I hope that makes sense.